where the growth will just not be justified because you'll have a big population to take care of. Finally, you've always seen companies going from west to east, right? That trend is now getting on its head. The Indian companies and companies from developing world are going west. And there are so many examples with Bharti buying in or Godrej buying companies in Nigeria, in Argentina, in the UK. All of that is happening. And I think to me, it means that over a longish period of time, this growth will be sustainable. All right, so there is a lot of complexity, right? All of us know that. But I think that complexity is our friend, because that complexity makes you improvise, be innovative, and become an incredible Indian. And I'll touch upon 4 complexities that I see actually help us become better. So the dichotomy that exists, Mukesh Ambani's Antilla billion-dollar house is about 14 kilometers from the world's largest slum. Right? There is a huge dichotomy that exists within a short space. What does that mean? If you take the premium products or luxury products and you see the potential customers that exist in India for those products, just add them up, they are more than the size of Europe. That's the kind of potential that exists even for luxury products. So we say that every niche market in India is a mass market. That's how it is. Every niche market in India is a mass market. This is a great photograph. I love that. So they made this lane dedicated in Delhi for the Commonwealth Games. And they said, we will make a huge fine if you go onto that road. But who's going to find that fella? Very difficult to find that one. Now, again, there is a lot of chaos around us. And to thrive in chaos, you got to be open, flexible, and prepared, and planned in everything you do. And when we Indians actually go and work in other countries which are more organized, we do so well, because we know already how to thrive in a chaos. I think that learning is huge for us. There is huge diversity in that elephant, right? I'm talking about a new year every month. Not every year, every month. So we've got 12 new years in 1 year. Again, this diversity and managing different languages, different states, all of you businessmen and the students looking at how different states operate is just phenomenal. I mean, again, we get so much used to diversity that we can actually relate to different cultures as we go to other countries, and we are able to thrive in diversity. Phenomenal. And finally, I envisage that in India, with the growth that we have, in the next 20 years, there's going to be a talent war, if it is not already happening. So, abundance of labor, shortage of talent is the theme. 400 million people in the workforce, everybody is after the 4 million. And as India grows, this is going to get tougher and tougher. So you got to figure out your plan on how you're going to resolve this. And to all those students there, if you stand out from the crowd, sky is your limit. Literally, sky is your limit. So opportunity to get ahead in the game. Another thing that I looked at was, how do you compare a state with a country? So if you look at some of the GDPs of different states, so Maharashtra's GDP is actually more than New Zealand. If you look at Madhya Pradesh, it's almost same as Lebanon's GDP. So we've got huge large number of states that are huge in their GDP. So there is so much potential in each state that you can develop. And you see a lot of tourism campaigns happening, for Madhya Pradesh. I love that one. There is one for Kerala, there's one for Goa, and all of that. And you see that in some ways they are trying to compete with each other, right? And you got to get better at that. There is competition out there. It's healthy competition. It's one country, but it's different states. All right, so what happens next? And this is a special one for the students who don't know how the next 35, 40 years are going to be like. If they join the corporates now, they've got about 35, 40-year window before they retire. So what happens between now and the 35, 40 years? There is a person called Hans Rosling, and he was presenting in TED last year, and I want to show you a glimpse of that video.
I will show income per person on this axis instead. Poor down here, rich up there, and then time here. From 1858, I start the world, and we shall see what will happen with these countries. You see, China under foreign domination actually lowered their income and came down to the Indian level here, whereas UK and United States is getting richer and richer, and after the Second World War, United States is richer than UK. But independence is coming here, growth is starting, economic reform, growth is faster, and with projections from IMF, you can see where you expect them to be in 2014. Now the question is, when will the catch-up take place? Get ready for a world in equity, because this is what seems to be happening. And that vision that I got as a young student, 1972, that Indians can be much better than Swedes, is just about to happen. And it will happen precisely the year 2048, in the later part of the summer, in July, more precisely the 27th of July.
So those people, I don't know, we with gray hairs, where we will be, whether we'll be around or not, but to the students who will start their career at this point in time, and the young managers, this is your moment, really. This is your moment. This is what Mr. Bhargava was saying in the morning, that we didn't have this when we went to school. India was not placed the way it is placed now. And the next 35, 40 years would be huge for India. All right, so that was about India. Let me talk a little bit about Marketing 3.0. And, let me show you, this is an interesting ad from a telecom operator in Italy who uses Mahatma Gandhi and talks about, if we had the technology that we have today, if that existed during the time when Mahatma Gandhi was around, what difference would it make, right? So I'm going a little bit the other way. I'm taking the technology of today and going back in the past. Let's play that.
Message of love. It must be a message of truth. I want to capture your hearts. Let your heart as in unison. We should put and say, in that past yesterday, did I believe in one world? How can I possibly do other? Of course I believe in one world.
Imagine today's technology in that world. So you can't even imagine what the technology would look like a few years from now and how it will change the way you operate. So let's talk about a little bit of how marketing is going to evolve. And this is from the Kotler book.